And in 1989, you talked about your team was really a cohesive team.
Mm-hmm.
You really didn't have superstars. You didn't have a superstar quarterback. 6 games into the season, the blockbuster trade for Herschel Walker happens. Tell me your initial thoughts and go through kind of what went wrong with Herschel. Really, that was supposed to be Mike Lynn's final part to you guys being Super Bowl contenders every year.
Sometimes you think you're smarter than you really are. And I think Mike Lynn got himself in a situation where we basically, the Minnesota Vikings won 3 Super Bowls. It just wasn't with the Minnesota Viking players. I mean, it was with the Dallas Cowboys. 11 players that we gave up for that trade, and the picks. It was ridiculous what we all gave up. Herschel could never live up to that standard.
Was it Herschel's fault?
You know what? Herschel was Herschel. Herschel was the same guy in Dallas as he was in Minnesota. And if you over-evaluate the talent, you can't blame the guy that you said who could do it. You got to look at yourself. And I think that's what happened in Minnesota, where Mike Lynn looked at it and said, hey, look, I thought he could do X, Y, and Z, and he was limited.
Right. Now, I know Jerry Burns at the time really wanted, Herschel was more of an I-back guy, didn't want to change the offense too much with the split back. So there's a little animosity between Burns and Herschel at the time.
Well, if you gave up that many players, you would think that the guy could adapt to a lot of different things.
Right.
Do you make the compound the situation, make it worse by turning around and saying, okay, now we're going to build this offense around the guy that's limited? I don't know if you want to do that. I think you want to continue to, keep what you have working. You don't want to mess up the cohesiveness, of the other 10 guys just for one guy. And, it's sad, but we had plenty of plays where that was, backfield, and I mean, he made some plays. He returned kickoffs and stuff like that. So it was one of those great deals, and it happens. It's part of the deal.